Hey everybody, Corey Wells with Scorpion Protective Coatings. Hey, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a cheat sheet or a product guide that we've developed here at Scorpion to not only help our sellers but our installers as well, especially some of our first-time installers. What we have here is what we call our cheat sheet or product application general guidelines. So it starts out a little bit with starter packages, refill kits, some of our larger volume packages such as our 9-gallon kit, and then on the back it has some general questions, general information that we get asked pretty much on a daily basis here at Scorpion. So what I'd like to go over now is basically our general starter packages, and that is on the front part of this page. So what we have is our TIK 199, which I've displayed here. It does come with our gun cleaner, which is a release agent, as well as our 4-inch cut brush. Okay. This is enough product to do one 6.5 foot truck bed. So this package you can buy, install, and make money off of right away. So I would definitely recommend starting out with this if you're looking at doing one vehicle. If you have a few vehicles lined up, you may want to look at our TIK 495. It comes with everything that you see here with an additional 4 gallons of material, which is in our 2-gallon kit boxes. So you get 3 of our 2-gallon kits, you still get the gun, you still get the gun cleaner, as well as the cut brush. Now what comes in those kits? Once you have our initial startup package, our 2-gallon kit, which is listed here, is just basically this box of material. Okay, it comes with 2 full sprayable gallons of product, your A, B, C in color. This is a 2-gallon kit, so you have 1 full gallon sprayable here, 1 full gallon sprayable here as well. It also comes with our adhesion promoter with a squeeze trigger applicator. Now this adhesion promoter is enough to do a 6.5 foot truck bed. If you run into an 8-foot truck bed, you are going to need a 3rd gallon or just simply buy another 2-gallon kit and then save the leftover gallon for when you get into that next 8-foot bed. Okay, so the startup packages are really good options for people that are looking at just getting into the business or looking at just doing their own vehicle themselves. Okay. The next thing that we have on the front part of the page is actually our 9-gallon kit. Pretty popular with some of the applicators who are looking to save a few dollars on a truck bed application. It does come in bigger quantities. You get a 5-gallon pail of our A. You get 2 gallons of our B component, which is the activator, and then you get 2 gallons of C as well. Now you'll need to purchase the adhesion promoter and the black color, so it does not come with the kit unless you specify that that's what you need. Main reason we do that, a lot of guys that are buying 9-gallon kits sometimes are doing color applications. You don't need to have the black color, and you can save some money and just simply buy a red color or a yellow color or so on and so forth. So the 9-gallon kits are a good option. Again, it does give you a bit of a price break on a per gallon basis, but you do need some mixing equipment, measuring equipment as well, because you do have to measure and pour that off yourself. The beauty of these 2-gallon kits, everything's pre-measured. You simply shake the B component, dump it into your A container, put your C component into your A container and your black coloring. Mix it for 45 seconds, dump it into your hopper gun, and it's ready to spray. So let's go over the hopper gun a little bit. This is a low volume, gravity fed hopper spray gun. Okay, it's a really unique gun in the fact that it has 5 ports on the end, so it really atomizes the product and gives you a nice uniform texture throughout the entire spray process. Now cleaning this gun is going to be key to long-lasting use. I have several guys that have used this gun 3-4 years time. Okay, the key to cleaning it is actually treating it with our release agent prior to putting product in there. Okay, so what you do is spray the inside of the hopper as well as the gun. Unscrew the gun tip, spray product through, take the hopper off, spray product through, and that coats the inside. It doesn't allow the product to set up and attach to the inside aluminum part of the gun. Okay. Now once you're done spraying your truck bed or whatever application you're doing, bumper, rock guard, fender flares, it doesn't matter. Once you're done spraying, you actually turn that gun upside down. Let it sit overnight. Okay. That is going to be key because we actually want product to drain back down into the hopper, and then we're actually going to peel it out the next day. It's going to feel like a piece of latex or a balloon coming out of that hopper. Okay, so all you do is loosen up the hose clamp that is attached to the gun that secures it to the aluminum casing, and then you just reach in here and start peeling this product out. Now don't let me fool you, this is a piece of liner that we already had taken out. But you can see if you spread that LMR in there and you actually do a really good job of coating that product, you can actually peel it out of the gun completely. Now you'll notice here that the LMR was used very, very well. Okay? So basically you have the hopper left and then the inside part of that gun. This is the hardest part to clean, so I definitely recommend putting enough LMR in there so that you do release that out of the gun itself. Okay? So cleaning the gun, 10 minutes. You need a flathead screwdriver to get the nut off the hopper, and then you need an adjustable wrench to pull out the air needle assembly inside the gun itself. Okay? Put it back together, it's ready to be sprayed again. Make sure you put the LMR in there again as well. Okay? Cut brush that is going to be used, that comes with these kits as well, that's what you're going to use to sand down the clear coat. Now don't take off the clear coat, we're just putting a light scratch in the actual clear coat itself. Okay? We'll actually want to leave that down because when we scratch that and clean it and then apply our adhesion promoter, not only are we getting a mechanical bond with the scratch process, but we're also getting a chemical bond with the adhesion promoter as well. Okay? Next thing that we're going to talk about, on the back side of this cheat sheet or this product guide, we covered the startup kit information up top, the benefits of the Scorpion XO2. What is it comparable to? Get a lot of questions that guys ask us about do-it-yourself liners. Is it as good as what some of the other do-it-yourself liners are, or is it as good as some of the bigger name brands in the high-pressure world, such as your Line-X or your Rhino, maybe even a bullet liner? I will say this. It is a much better UV stable product. It's one of the best out on the market, if not the best. Okay, it is considered an aliphatic blend, so it's going to keep its color stability for a very long time. Typically you see 7 to 10 years before UV degradation, and most times you're not even going to see UV degradation because it'll fade at that point the same rate as the paint on the exterior of the vehicle. So again, no UV degradation should be seen with this product itself. Okay, the C component is actually an aliphatic, so it will be color stable. Okay, so warranty is another comparison that we get asked about. It does come with a warranty as well. Very similar again to your Line-X, your Rhino. The only difference is that this is not a national warranty. If you get it sprayed at Bob's Body Shop, you need to go back to Bob if there is an issue. Very rarely do we see any issues, but again, if that does happen, we want you to go back to Bob's. So it's not a nationwide warranty, but it's still a very good warranty as far as the product's concerned. Again, it's guaranteed not to peel, crack, or fade when properly installed. Okay? We get asked a lot about custom colors. You see this a lot in the marine industry, on bumpers, exterior Jeeps, things of that nature. You can do custom colors with this product as well. The 2-gallon kits come with the black color already included. You have to mix that into the product. If you don't want it to be black, simply leave the black out and get your own color to put into the bed liner material. The XO2 is very unique in the fact that it only takes a little bit of color to color our product, so you can actually save a little bit of money there. You'll notice that when it comes to the colors, each of our 2-gallon kits has a product guide in there as well as an instruction manual. If you look over here, there's actually a custom color section. Not only that, there's also smaller batch sizes and corresponding color, custom color sections for that specific batch size that you're making. I recommend taking this into the paint store that you go to get your color, so they understand exactly what it is that you're looking for. We're not putting paint in here. We're actually going to put the color, the pigment, the toner, the tint, depending on what verbiage they use, to put into our bed liner material instead of the black that comes with it. Same would be true with the 9-gallon kit. We would simply put 8 ounces of custom color into each of our large or gallon batches that we make with the 9-gallon kit as well. Okay? So again, any questions that you have, you can refer back to this or you can give us a call as well. So we've covered colors. Let's talk a little bit about the coverage. We hit on this a little bit. 2 gallons for 6.5 foot bed. 3 gallons are going to be needed for an 8-foot bed. That's the thickness that we want to have, which should be just over a 1/16 of an inch all around the entire truck bed. That's what we warranty the product at. So 2 gallons for a 6.5 foot bed, 3 for an 8-foot bed. When it comes to some of those unique applications, such again as your bumper, a pontoon floor, a utility box, flatbed trailer, or flatbed truck, I like to use the 25 square feet to the gallon measurement rule. In other words, get the total square footage of the project that you're going to spray and divide that by 25. That's going to give you the amount of gallons that you need to do that specific project. So a 200 square foot application process, you're going to need essentially 8 gallons of product. Okay, so 200 divided by 25 gives you 8. So pretty simple, pretty easy to do, and again you'll see that a lot in the utility bodies and flatbed trailers and truck markets. Okay, the dry time. Because the product is so unique in the fact that we can customize it with different textures, different colors, different additives, things of that nature, we do lose a little bit as far as the dry time is concerned. It's not going to set up like a Line X or a Rhino and be instantaneous with a 10-second gel time. This product is actually going to dry much slower, so we can actually incorporate a standard automotive masking tape for our masking process, and we don't have to use that expensive wire tape. Now, the product will be dry to the touch in typically about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on temperature. 65 degrees being the best temperature to spray the product at. And then as soon as you're done spraying the truck or the bumper or whatever the case may be. So dry to the touch in typically about an hour to an hour and a half. You can actually install the tailgate typically 2 hours after the application is done. And then you want to leave the tailgate down for the first 24 hours. That is the most critical time during the cure process as the product is setting up. After that, light duty use typically 48 hours, full duty use 72. Again, all of this is going to be temperature dependent. What I mean by that is if it's 40 degrees outside in the overnight hours, we may want to give it an extra day before we put it into light duty or full duty use. Therefore, your 48-hour time frame for light duty use goes to 72, and your 72 full duty use goes to approximately 4 days. Okay? So the dry time is a little bit longer. An easy way to sell against that, when people ask us, I kind of picture a window tint job. After you get your windows tinted, typically you have to wait 3 days before you roll your windows down. Wait 3 days to use your truck bed so we don't have any damages that we have to fix. Okay? Shelf life of this product. People that are buying this again in bulk, whether it's a 9-gallon kits or they're just buying several 2-gallon kits, the shelf life on this product is going to be approximately 12 months. Unopened, okay, and that is important. Unopened for 12 months in a temperature controlled environment. We want to keep it between 50 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit in a relatively dry, less humid place. Okay, they do have seals on them. They're aluminum foil sealed containers, so they'll last pretty much the same shelf life as a paint related product. Now, once the product is open, though, we want to use that within the first 30 to 90 days. 90 days, in my opinion, is pushing it a little bit, especially when it comes to this little guy right here, our adhesion promoter. You want to use that fairly quickly within a couple weeks after opening it, but again, that's the beauty of the 2-gallon kit. You open this up, you apply the adhesion promoter, you put the product on, everything is then tossed in the dumpster. Okay? Applications, what can be sprayed? Again, we get a lot of questions about what can I spray with this product. Easier list is what can I not spray with the product. This product will stick to just about anything with the right surface preparation. 2 things that I stay away from. One is polypropylene. They make scuba gear out of that. Things are not supposed to stick to it. And then we've got about a 50-50 success rate on rubbers. Okay, so I try to stay away from those at all costs. A lot of guys will ask about RV roofs that have that rubber coating over the top. Again, I typically will have that rubber removed and then spray the wood directly underneath. Wood is actually the easiest thing to spray. It's naturally porous, so you just need a light sand, dry, clean wood, and then you can actually spray product directly to it. You don't even need to use the adhesion promoter. Everything else will require adhesion promoter. Different aluminums will have different different metals will have different preparation processes. So your aluminums, your galvanized steel, stainless steel, chrome typically is dipped. You actually want to sandblast that off and get back to a bare metal application. They will all need a direct to metal etching primer, okay, rated for that specific metal surface. So if it's aluminum, you need an aluminum etching primer. If it's galvanized, you'll need a galvanized etching primer. Any questions when it comes to things of that nature, I always recommend giving us a call first and foremost so we can do the job right the first time and we don't have to figure out how we need to fix this process. Okay? With that being said, this is pretty much the information that we have on our cheat sheet / product guide, depending on what you want to have available. If you're a distributor of our product, I definitely recommend having this next to your phone when people do call in and ask questions. It's a really good quick reference guide. And then again, if you have questions, obviously give us a call. Our number is actually located at the bottom as well. One last thing, if you're not spraying a truck bed, any questions that you have again in regards to boats that are aluminum, wood that is a pontoon deck, any kind of galvanized steel, grain bins, anything of that nature, please give us a call first at 1-800-483-9087. Again, 1-800-483-9087. Let us help you out. Let us help you bid the project out. Let's make sure that everyone is satisfied with the product and you're actually making a little bit of money off of it as well. Any other questions that you have, spray techniques, textures, additives, things of that nature, visit www.scorpioncoatings.com and refer to our training center. Has a lot of information in there about the product as well. Thank you guys so much. Look forward to talking to you again. Have a good one.